Welcome to Dr. Fred Markets. This is not financial advice. Every day, billions of dollars move across markets that most people don't even know exist. Crypto, stocks, AI, the signals are there if you know where to look. And that's exactly what we do here. Let's dive in.
Your future landlord is the Pentagon's favorite hacking lab. Alibaba just got labeled a Chinese military company by the Pentagon, yet Western brands still route cloud, payments, and logistics through its pipes, which tells you national security already trades at a discount to convenience in global markets. At the same time, Apple just turned Siri into an AI concierge for your life, and that means one company now sits on a live fire hose of where you go, what you spend, who you pay, and when you're most vulnerable to a nudge. And in the background, cyber attacks keep hitting governments, hospitals, and pipelines, with global cybercrime damage on track for about $10 trillion a year by 2025, while the cybersecurity sector barely gets a rounding error in attention compared to meme chips and hype coins. So here's the tension. Everyone screams about AI taking jobs, but the real money is in protecting balance sheets from the fallout of AI, data leaks, and geopolitical hacking. Markets worship innovation, but they still treat cybersecurity like antivirus software in 2005. Annoying, boring, underpriced. Alibaba flagged as military adjacent? That's Washington accidentally doing a marketing campaign for every Western security vendor whose pitch deck says supply chain risk. Let's put numbers on this. Global cybersecurity spend sits around $200 billion a year now, on track for something like $400 to $500 billion in the next few years. But the damage from cybercrime is already multiples of that. Think of it like selling flood insurance in a town that floods every quarter, and half the residents still don't believe in sandbags. Look at the headlines just this year. Hospitals in Europe taken offline. US agencies breached, ransomware locking up ports and logistics. Every one of those events forces an upgrade cycle. New vendors, new software, higher recurring contracts. That's not a trend, that's a ratchet. Spend only goes one way. Now weave in Apple's shiny new Siri AI. They pitch personal, private, on-device intelligence. Translation, more devices, more data flowing, more attack surface. Each new integration, banking apps, health data, smart locks, cars, is another door. You cannot create a billion new doors without paying a lot more for locks. Here's the thing nobody on CNBC says. Cybersecurity stocks don't need tech bull markets. They need humans to keep doing dumb digital things. Reusing passwords, clicking fake shipping links, plugging random USB sticks into work laptops. That behavior is permanent. So every leap in AI convenience actually increases the stupidity budget. People trust the machine, click faster, check less, leak more. Cliffhanger time. Who gets paid? The platforms or the bouncers at the door? Follow the cash. When the Pentagon slaps labels on Chinese tech like Alibaba and BYD, big enterprises hear one word: compliance. Compliance means audits. Audits mean someone finds a hole. Holes mean urgent contracts at fat margins for the folks selling firewalls, zero trust networking, and identity protection.
Does what you just heard make you want to dig deeper? Good, because that curiosity is exactly what brought you here, and the second part is going to take it further. Let's go.
You won't see Alibaba flagged by Pentagon and cybersecurity stocks rip plus 20% on the same day. The payoff is delayed and structural. But you will see big corporates quietly rip out questionable vendors, pay consultants, and greenlight entire security overhauls. Now combine that with Apple. Apple is turning every iPhone into an AI control panel for your money, documents, and a good chunk of your life. Attackers don't need to crack Apple directly. They just need one weak link in the chain: a forgotten Gmail, an old cloud account, that sketchy app with access you never revoked. Cybersecurity done right sells like plumbing. Invisible when it works, catastrophic when it doesn't. And Wall Street systematically underrates invisible cash flows. Here's the real lesson. Cybersecurity is not a tech theme. It's an involuntary tax on digitization. You adopt more tech, you pay more cyber tax. Apple's AI push, more tax. Chinese military-linked vendors in your supply chain, more tax. Remote work, cloud, crypto wallets, online brokers, AI assistants reading your email, all tax. This is not financial advice, but here is the truth. You either pay that tax as a user, or you collect it as an investor. Action, not vibes. First, learn the business model. There are three main buckets. 1. Network and endpoint security. Think firewalls, antivirus, device protection. 2. Identity and access. Who are you and should you be here? 3. Managed security services. Outsourced SOCs, 24/7 monitoring, incident response. The most durable ones run subscription and stickiness. When they're embedded, no CFO wants to rip them out. Second, track the breach to budget cycle. Every big breach equals 3 triggers: regulatory pressure, executive humiliation, and board panic. Watch headlines for serious incidents, then watch earnings from the top cybersecurity players the next 2 to 4 quarters. You'll see the lag. Breach now, budgets up later, revenues and retention numbers jump after. That's the mechanism. Pain, then cash. Third, pick one boring homework task this week. Open 10Ks or investor decks from 2 cybersecurity names and write down revenue growth, percentage from subscriptions, dollar-based net retention, how much existing customers pay next year. Those 3 numbers tell you if they're selling fear or delivering non-negotiable infrastructure. High subscription, high retention, that's your digital landlord collecting the cyber tax. Summary 1. Geopolitics and AI aren't separate stories. Together, they multiply digital attack surfaces and force permanent security spending. 2. Cybersecurity is not optional. It's a structural tax on every app you love and every convenience you refuse to give up. 3. Your job is to understand who collects that tax and why their revenue doesn't care if the S&P is happy or crying. You want hype? TikTok has you. You want the taxman of the future internet? Start watching Cyber. This is Dr. Fred Markets. Not financial advice, just the part of the story nobody else wants to read out loud. This is not financial advice. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and check the links in the first comment below.
That's a wrap for today on Dr. Fred Markets. I hope this gave you something to think about, a new angle, a clearer picture, a better question to ask. Remember, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, always. If this video added value to your day, subscribe. It's free, it takes 2 seconds, and it's the best way to support this work and keep it free for everyone. You'll also find every video as a full article on the blog, drfredmarkets.com, and the newsletter is in the bio. I'm Dr. Fred Markets. See you in the next one.